the chat box at all, please do, or you can raise your hand at the end. So without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to Trevor, who is Baldwin's Travels cruise master. There's not a lot that he doesn't know about cruise. Bigging you up here, Trev.
I've got to live up to this.
Yeah. So yeah, as I say, without further ado, over to you, Trevor.
Thank you very much, Tricia, and thank you each and everyone for joining us this afternoon for hopefully what will be an informative little presentation for you. Now then, as you probably know, a few weeks ago, in fact on the 9th of March, I'll read you the announcement, although it's on the screen there. The Maritime Minister, Robert Courts, announced that the reopening of the domestic cruise market in England will begin on the 17th of May, and obviously that then puts it in line with the rest of the UK. So obviously we've all got our fingers crossed that the 17th of May still happens. After that, a Department of Transport spokesman subsequently told The Independent that the return of domestic cruise would be aligned to the reopening of domestic tourism and indoor hospitality, and confirmed the earliest date for that step would be the 17th of May. So obviously, Boris has announced, and he said we're on track, but we keep our fingers crossed because we've been on track before, but hopefully we're all looking good for the 17th of May. Now, what does this mean for cruise? So life on board is going to be aligned with all areas of the travel and leisure sectors within the guidelines that are outlined by the government. So as we continue along the roadmap, these guidelines get a little bit wider and we're allowed to do a little bit more. But we've got the confidence to know that when the cruises start, they will be running along the same rules as all the domestic equivalents on land. So the hotel side of it, hotels, holiday centres, that will be the same. So the rules that apply for them will apply to cruising, same as coffee shops, theatres, sports halls, spas, salons, tours and excursions, restaurants, bars, gyms, shops, pools, hygiene, and anything else. As those of you who've cruised before know that a cruise ship is its own little village and its own little resort in itself. And it's got everything you would have in a resort, from state-of-the-art sports equipment to first-class bars, restaurants, a la carte restaurants, coffee shops, and so much more. So all of these will be in line with what the regulations are on the mainland. So hopefully that's a little bit of good news for us, so we know what we're going to get, even though we haven't had it announced what we're going to get yet. But it'll be the same whether you're in a hotel or on a cruise ship. So we're going to have a look at some of the cruise lines that are coming to the UK or staying in the UK and doing round UK cruises. The previous, obviously, the cruises have to stay within UK waters. So even over to Southern Ireland wouldn't be UK cruise. So a lot of all these cruises will be staying within the UK and the UK islands. Okay, so we're going to hear first of all from Kerry, a senior sales manager at Fred Olsen.
Hi everyone, I'm Kerry from Fred Olsen Cruise Lines, and we are so thrilled to announce that we have introduced our Welcome Back cruises here at Fred Olsen Cruise Lines. So why choose a UK summer cruise with us? Well, of course, first of all, we have smaller ships, so that means we can take you to places even around the British Isles that other cruise ships can't get to. We're smaller, we can hug a little bit closer to the coastline also. We can take you to the places the big ships can't simply get to. We will take you to islands and smaller inlets around the British Isles, including the Isles of Scilly, the Channel Islands, and little tiny islands up and around Scotland. Being on a smaller ship also means that you'll be on board with less guests. In fact, we carry around at least 5 times less guests than other cruise ships out there. We will be setting sail from 3 UK regional departure ports this summer: Dover for the southern market, Liverpool for the northern market, and Rosyth in Edinburgh for the Scottish market. So we will offer a range of cruises around the UK and British Isles. Some of them will be scenic cruises to start with, and then as the summer progresses, we do have itineraries available with ports of call. We will also have Orca, the wildlife charity, on board our vessels, so that when you are cruising around the UK, they'll be on the lookout for lots of marine activity. So why not join us this summer for a cruise around our home waters? You've probably cruised around the world with us, been on lots of holidays worldwide. So now it's time to enjoy the great waters of the British Isles, and we can show you exactly the best of them. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Kerry. As you can see, Fred Olsen has got quite a few offerings. Now, she did mention right at the beginning there about they'll be starting off with scenic cruising, and then as the summer goes on, moving into stopping at ports. The scenic cruising is nothing to shy away from. In fact, my favorite times on cruise ships are the sea days. They will be hugging the coastline, so with a bit of luck, you will get things to see as it goes round, but cruise ships are designed to sail, and they're designed to have a sea day. You won't get bored. There's going to be plenty going on. If we're really lucky, we've got the sunshine and we've got the weather with us, and that's when cruise ships are absolutely wonderful. So don't worry about the scenic cruising. They won't be stopping anywhere, but you're going to have a fantastic, relaxing 3, 4, 5 nights. Later on in the year, obviously, the cruise ships will start doing some stops and stopping at some of the ports. Moving on now to Saga, another one of our home-based cruise lines that's operating out of the UK and sailing around the UK for the summer. So I'm going to hand you over to Natasha, who'll tell you a little bit about what's going on with Saga.
Hi everyone, I'm Natasha and I'm from Saga. Just to let you know, we're launching 5 brand new summer itineraries to cruise around the UK this June and July. Why to choose Saga? We've got 2 brand new state-of-the-art fleet. We've got Spirit of Discovery and we've got Spirit of Adventure, who'll be making her inaugural cruise and inaugural season this July. Both all balcony cabins, up to 999 cabins, so small ship, and we cruise out of Dover or Southampton. So these 5 new itineraries that we're putting in place for June and July, what extra measures are we putting in place? So we have been awarded the Lloyd's Register accreditation, which means that we've followed strict health and hygiene protocols and proven that we can put these in place. We've got the Which recommended provider for January. We've got our travel insurance, which includes up to 5 million medical cover, including coronavirus. We've got our flexible cancellation cover with no amendment fee. We've got our Plus Love Your First Cruise, all your money back. We're that confident you're going to love your cruise with us. If not, we'll refund your money and bring you back home. The one main peace of mind policy that we've brought into place is a vaccine mandatory requirement. So anyone cruising on our ships this summer, you do have to have both doses of the vaccination, and it is mandatory to follow this and cruise with us this year. We look forward to welcoming you on board and we can't wait to get that cruise in. Here we go.
So thank you very much, Natasha, there. So a little bit there about Saga. Obviously, very exciting times with the inaugural cruise and the maiden voyage of Spirit of Adventure. It is still got availability at the moment. So it's still availability, but it is selling very, very quickly. And no, there's not a great deal left on that one. Okay, we're going to move from the smaller ships to, hopefully if I can get my screen, there we go. We're going to move from the smaller ships to some of the larger ships and probably the most famous UK branded ships. Sister companies sailing from Southampton, we have P&O Cruises and we have Cunard, both offering a full season of round UK scenic voyages. So we're going to start off with P&O, have a little look at what they've got to offer. Yeah, so there you go. P&O offering 2 ships sailing out Southampton for the whole of the summer season, which is the Britannia and the brand new Iona, who was supposed to start sailing along with a few other cruise ships, supposed to start sailing in 2020, but she's off and running this year and dedicated to the UK. Britannia will be sailing out of Southampton and doing 3 and 4 night scenic cruises. So if you're looking at that short getaway, been in the house, been in the back garden for so long and just want to get away and be free, but you only want to have a few days away, this is perfect. 3-4 night scenic cruises with Britannia. Prices starting from $499, which is absolutely fantastic. And they're starting sailing from the 27th of June. There's availability on most dates and they will be scenic cruising. Britannia, being a larger ship, has a lot more on board, a lot more facilities, a lot more activities, bigger deck space, big West End style theatre shows, fantastic choice of restaurants, and so much going on. So those scenic days will just fly by or drift by, depending on how much activity you want to put in. So that's 3-4 night cruises on Britannia. Iona on her maiden season, she will be doing 7 night scenic sailings. This ship must have been built for scenic sailing. She's got the new dome on top. You can see a couple of pictures there. Different space during the day as it is in the evening, but for viewing, absolutely fantastic. It is a destination in itself up there on the dome. Also on the one side of the ship, you've got 3 decks of glass. It's designed for viewing. She was built to cruise down the fjords and for having the best chance of seeing everything regardless of the weather. So she is a phenomenal ship for doing the scenic sailing and spending time on. She's starting from the 7th of August and prices start from $599. The $599 is later on in the year, a little bit more expensive at the beginning, obviously being the main part of the summer, and her inaugural cruises. Cunard are sending the Queen Elizabeth to sail out of Southampton and do 3, 4 and 7 night scenic sailings from the 19th of July. She'll be starting. Prices start from $499 on the Queen Elizabeth. And as I said, again, 3 and 4 night ones, great little short breaks to get away. And of course, Cunard is synonymous with quality and class and that regal feel of cruising. She's a fantastic ship. There's so much going on. And the one piece of advice I would say, if ever you do go on a Cunard, is you book an afternoon tea. It is by far the best afternoon tea you will ever have. I said 3, 4 and 7 night sailings on the Queen Elizabeth. I picked out a couple which might interest you. As we did say, later in the year, they will be starting to do stops at port, and the Queen Elizabeth will be doing from the 3rd of September a 7 night cruise out to Southampton, where she will stop at Glasgow, Liverpool and Holyhead. So a little bit more of a traditional feel to that cruise, where she will be stopping in ports of call around. $899 is the lead in on that one, and also $75 per person on board, spending money for a bottle of wine, for having your hair done, for spending in the shop. So whatever you want to spend that on, that's yours. But as $899 is a fantastic lead-in price for that. The other one I thought I'd pick out, not that I'm saying we're in for a bad summer, but we are in Britain and you know what the weather can do. So if we haven't had the summer we're hoping for, on the 24th of September, the Elizabeth will be doing what she's calling a sun voyage. Now, this is a scenic cruise, so it won't be stopping anywhere, but she's heading out of Southampton and just heading for the sunshine. So if we haven't had the summer we're hoping for, and you want a bit of sunshine, then this is perfect for you. She'll be sailing at high speed from Southampton to wherever it's sunniest, as far as, so round to the Med, and possibly get a little bit of scenic viewing on the way round as well. So that's a really good one for a later in the year, for that nice bit of autumn sunshine. Absolutely fantastic. Grab that one. Again, $899 with $75 per person on board spend. So that's P&O and Cunard, both sailing out of Southampton. So the sisters are back and they're offering some great cruises. Moving on now to MSC, traditional Italian style. These are amazing ships, and we are so lucky to see yet again another brand new ship joining us. I'm going to hand you over to Carrie, who's going to tell you a little bit more about what MSC are offering.
Hi everybody, it's Carrie here at MSC Cruises. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't wait to try and get away this summer, and we have some really exciting news for you. We are going to be bringing our brand new flagship MSC Virtuosa over to UK shores for this summer. Now, MSC Virtuosa is going to be sailing from Southampton, from Greenock, and also from Liverpool, and we'll be offering a variety of durations so you can sail for either 3, 4, or 7 nights. We will allow passengers to disembark in ports, so we'll be stopping off in Portland, Belfast, Liverpool, Southampton and Greenock. So whether or not you just fancy a little bit of shopping or you want to go and see some historic sites, then we have something for everybody. Now, the ship itself has 21 bars and also 10 restaurants, and these include specialty restaurants. We also have 5 swimming pools on board, including a water park. We have a beautiful theatre, sauna, and for those of you that want to try and get a little bit of exercise when you're on board, we have a state-of-the-art gym as well. Something new for us this year as well is that we have Rob, our robotic bartender, who will be making you those all-important cocktails in our Starship Club. And for families on board, we have lots of entertainment for the children, including 5 dedicated kids clubs, an F1 simulator, a bowling alley, and also cinema. Now, we have amazing health and safety protocols here at MSC Cruises, and we will be taking vaccinated and non-vaccinated passengers, and we will also be welcoming families on board as well. Now, the leading price that we have at the moment is an amazing £499, and this will include a premium drinks package. That's right, all cruises booked on MSC Virtuosa this summer will include a premium drinks package, so it's great value for money. So I hope you all have a fabulous summer. Hopefully we'll be welcoming some of you on board soon. Take care and hope to see you on board soon.
Yes, Carrie, absolutely fantastic. This one especially for if you know of any families that would like to get away with the children, for the reason it's going to be the only one, as far as we know, that is going to be letting people on with either being vaccinated, if not vaccinated, by producing a test certificate. So this is open to everybody, so including families, including children, including those people of the age that wouldn't have had their 2 vaccines by the time the cruises start. So this is great if you want your families to go. If you've got grandchildren you want to take with you because they've not been away, then this is absolutely perfect for you, and everybody can go. As it is the testing before you go, or the proof of vaccine. Okay. Moving on to another one of our favourites here in the UK. They've been very, very good with the UK for the last few years, with a ship sailing out of Southampton regularly, I think for the last 15, 20 odd years. We're going to hand you over to Peter, sales executive from Celebrity Cruise Lines, to tell you what they're offering us for the summer on their UK cruises.
Welcome aboard Celebrity Silhouette, revolutionized in February 2020. Join us as we discover the enhanced accommodations, transformed venues, and elevated dining experiences in this exclusive tour of Celebrity Silhouette.
Hello everybody, my name is Pete and I am the Regional Sales Manager here at Celebrity Cruises. So welcome to Baldwin's Sail Around the UK event, and I'm incredibly excited to share that Celebrity Silhouette, our newly revolutionised ship, will be returning to the UK this summer and offering you 6 to 8 night staycation sailings around the UK, experiencing some of the most beautiful ports of call around the country where we live. So we are really excited to be welcoming you back on board to experience our new luxury product, and of course giving you the opportunity to reconnect with your loved ones and your friends at sea. So for now, I'm going to leave you with this short video to give you a small flavour of what Celebrity Cruises has waiting for you. Take care and enjoy the rest of the event.
Yes, thank you very much, Pete. Absolutely fantastic. Again, we've got being supported with, in all intents purposes, a brand new ship coming out from her refit and her remastering. These are the itineraries that Celebrity are offering for this summer, starting from the 9th of July. These are on sale at the moment. They just went on sale a couple of days ago. So 9th, 23rd of July, 6th, 21st, 28th of August, and the 29th of October. As you can see, hopefully we're all allowed to go to other places well before then, but lovely little 3-night break to Bruges on the 29th of October. Left that one in there, so hopefully that might entice some people just to think about, yes, we can still go abroad. There's 7 and 8 night cruises, and the good thing with these, you will notice that they are stopping and they're taking in ports of call on all of their voyages on those. Not quite on sale just yet, but going on sale on the 12th of April. There's 4 more dates which are going on sale, including that 3rd of July, which will be the first cruise on the newly remastered Silhouette. Now, we've mentioned them throughout the presentation and told you a little bit about them, but there are 5 inaugural cruises. In fact, there's actually 7 inaugural cruises, but things keep getting added and getting announced, and I didn't really have time to put them into the presentation. On top of the 5 inaugural cruises, you've got Windstar, which is the sailing cruise ship. That's starting, and also doing round UK cruises. And I think it was just this morning, or might have been late last night, Virgin Voyages have also announced that they will be doing 6 round UK cruises. I'm not 100% sure, but if it's on the Valiant Lady, then that would more than likely be her inaugural cruise as well. But we've got to get a few more details on that, but watch out for our Facebook. We will post everything as it comes through on Virgin Voyages. But the 5 that we've mentioned throughout this presentation, obviously we've got Fred Olsen Saga, P&O, Celebrity, and MSC. They're all doing their inaugural cruises and maiden cruises and maiden voyages. I did leave Celebrity in there because, as I said, I'm pretty sure she's almost like a brand new ship when she'll be coming back. So Fred Olsen, her maiden voyage will be on the 16th of August, 3 nights. Again, I think there is still availability on this one. This one, we've got Saga, which is doing a 15-night. As I said earlier, I think availability is getting extremely tight on this. Last time I did look, there you could still get on it, but if you did want to take advantage of that, and that will be 15 nights with ports of call as well. So she's doing an amazing itinerary right around the UK. So right way around the UK. We've got Iona's inaugural cruise, P&O Iona's, on the 7th of August. Again, there's limited availability on this, but she has still got availability showing. So if you want to get on that one, then that's available 7th of August on Iona from Southampton. You've got the newly refurbished Celebrity Silhouette. Her first cruise is on the 3rd of July, and she's doing 6 nights, stopping at Glasgow and Belfast. And then finally, we've got the MSC Virtuosa maiden voyage, 20th of May. So fingers crossed, it's just 3 days after that magic 17th of May. It's a 4-night cruise. It will be stopping down at Portland. So that's her maiden voyage. So if you want to jump on that one, then that will be a party like there's not been a party before. It's just after we've all been hopefully released into the into being able to go to the bars and the restaurants and going out a little bit more. So that one's on sale, but she will be doing an entire season as well. So those are the cruises. I mentioned the maiden voyages and the inaugural cruises, especially because most times when a cruise line brings a new cruise ship out, they put it out on sale early to all their existing and loyal customers, and most of the time it pretty much gets sold out almost immediately. This year we've got a chance to do for 7 now. So there are 7 available. If you've never been on a maiden voyage of a cruise ship, it is an experience to savor. They throw so much at it. It's a wonderful feeling to know I'm the first one that's eating in this restaurant. I'm the first one that's been to this bar. I'm the first one that's heard the captain's announcement, etc. It is just wonderful. And also the cruise lines do tend to throw a little few extras your way for being on the maiden voyage as well. But you only ever get one chance to do a maiden voyage on a ship. Once it's started sailing, it'll never do a maiden voyage again. So great opportunity. If you want to get on one of these, then by all means phone your local Baldwin's branch and get them to check out the availability and get away on one of those. You've got 3 nights, 7 nights, 15 nights, 6 nights and a 4 night. So whatever length you want to do, it's available for you on there. Now, a lot of people obviously are concerned about what do you need to get on board. It's been announced that Fred Olsen, P&O, Saga, Cunard and Celebrity will require 2 vaccines. So it's going to initially dictate to the age group that is on those ships. Pretty much by the time they start sailing, most over 55s, definitely over 60s will have had their 2 vaccinations, on majority of those by the time they start sailing. So they'll be able to book no problem at all. We still don't know what the vaccine passport is going to look like, but with a bit of luck, we'll get a good idea on that as we go on and the government start to announce things. MSc, obviously you heard about that. That is either proof of 2 vaccines or a certificate for a test that you've had up to 72 hours before you arrive. It will require 2 certificates or 2 copies of the certificate to get on board, but you can have the test, you can get the certificate and you can travel. So this opens it up to all ages, families, for anybody, any age, and also for any reason you may not have had the vaccine as well. So this is a great choice for especially coming into those summer school holidays. And she's doing some really good voyages and stopping around the way as well. So that's all about the vaccines. More information will come about protocols on board. But as I said right at the beginning, if it's going to be in line with what happens in the UK. So, for example, if in the UK we are required to wear masks in theatres and cinemas, then unfortunately you'll be having to wear a mask in the theatre on board a cruise ship. So it will go in line with what we're living with currently at the time. Cruise ships obviously do take pride in they will go further than what the guidelines are, so they will put their own protocols in, their own sanitary protocols. You'll get the hand sanitizer all over the place. There'll be clear guidance and you'll be told exactly what is required from each and every one of you. Okay, so before I go, I'm just going to show you a short video to remind you of some of the things we've spoken about today and hopefully to give you a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. In fact, that light at the end of the tunnel is getting closer and closer. So if you want to get yourself on one of these round UK cruises for the summer, then by all means, call the branch and get them to have a look at it. Email over, we can always check that way, and you can put an inquiry in via our website as well. So I'm going to leave you with this little video. I will be back. If you've got any questions, I will do my best to answer them, but some of them we may need to get answers directly from the cruise lines for you. But if you've got any questions, either put them on the chat or we'll open it up for you to wave your hands at us. So here's the video. So thank you very, very much for listening. I'm going to hand you over to Trish. We've got about 5 minutes left. We've got a draw to do, and hopefully we'll get a few questions in.
Lovely, thanks, Trevor. I think, should we go through the questions first to make sure we don't run out of time?
You can do.
Yeah.
I'll do my best to answer them.
Okay, so Derek has asked, are any of the cruise lines going to sail with reduced passenger capacity?
Yes, part of the announcement, I could have gone into about the 35 pages that they did write, but I haven't read it. I read the Janet and John page. I think it's cruises are going to be on 75-80% capacity. MSC for our first cruises in May are only doing it with 1,000 people, and that ship is designed to take 5,500. So their first few cruises on MSC are only going to be doing with 1,000 people. That's the one that's going on the 20th of May and the first couple after that. When you get into June, then she's going to go up to her 70-75%, something like that. There is a figure out there, I can't remember exactly what it is, but they're not completely full.
Okay, that's great, thank you. I hope that answers that for you, Derek. Drew has asked, will all the crew members also be vaccinated?
It's a difficult one to answer. I mean, I've read that Celebrity are guaranteeing that all passengers and crew will be vaccinated, but I think Celebrity obviously has been going to be sailing over from the States, and it's probably a little bit more easier for companies to get hold of the vaccines and vaccinate their staff, whereas obviously we've all got to wait our turn for when it comes in. So the UK based cruise lines will probably have a bit more difficulty to guarantee that, but there will be mandatory regular testing for the crew. I think when they fly the crew in, they're all going to be going into isolation bubbles before they get on board the ships, as anybody else would into this country. So they will be doing all that. It's obviously sponsored and paid for by the cruise lines for their crews. So it's going to be as safe as it possibly can. And the crew, I think, I'm pretty sure I've heard that most of them are going to be daily testing.
Yeah, okay, that's great, thank you. Derek has also, Viking will be 3 starting Scenic England cruises from the 22nd of May for past UK passengers only.
Yes, that's right. I didn't include Viking for the simple reason is they haven't put it out for the general public. They've only put it out for their own clients, and they didn't send it really to the agencies, although we can book it.